Hello, everybody. I am back again with some more news and politics stuff. This time, I decided to make my face bigger, and so that people in the logo bigger. Well, not logo, but the name bigger, so people know who I am. One of the things I was thinking of is why not make my face bigger and block out all the ads that are on the news websites. It's like, why not? At least, with my face. Okay. So, uh, wait, oh, yeah, that's right. I lost my train of thought. So, as you can see, I am on a Facebook page. And if you happen to like what I'm doing, then come join me at AU79 AU79 News and Politics. Oh, goodness. I don't know why I lost my train of thought. Oh, well. So, we, this time, are going to go to One Angry Gamer. I haven't gone here for a bit. And as you can see, I kind of block out some of the ad stuff, which I always thought that the ads were kind of annoying. So, One Angry Gamer has an article about Media Blasters' Twitter account promoting social justice propaganda. I like Media Blasters. They are, if you don't know, Media Blasters is one of the smaller anime dubbing companies. Well, I think they do more than just anime dubs because I do follow them on Facebook, and what I've seen on Facebook, they have been promoting a lot of the live action things. I'm assuming. Well, obviously it's not. I don't think it's produced by them. Doesn't mean that they didn't have a hand in it, because whenever they do share some stuff about some of the live action, whenever they do share things about the live action releases they have, they tend to always have what's it called? They tend to always have something kind of cool with the thing. But as far as the politics of Media Blasters, I never really thought about their politics. It's not like Funimation, where they put it out there. Well, they were very blunt. Well, maybe not very blunt, but it was eventually obvious the way that Funimation, how Funimation, at least the company itself, and those who are making some of the important decisions as far as what's being it's obvious by those who were making the important decisions as far as what things were being dubbed, and those who were doing the dubbing and writing the dialogue for the dubs of the anime. Okay, and if you didn't know, Media Blasters also releases off-brand stuff, as everybody knows. I mean, as people would say it. But they also have older things, like this anime. This is one, I think, from the 80s or 90s. And then Kite, I think that's from the 90s. So it seems like they also have gotten into re-releasing older things as well. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the alternative media distributor, Media Blasters, decided to use the social media account to promote social justice propaganda. The account decided to like and retweet domestic terrorist materials promoting BLM, as well as anti-police messaging. Yeah, I think I know. I think I have a feeling what's going on. On August 10th, Media Blasters retweeted yeah, uh, yeah, a social justice message from voice actor Matt Shipman. Okay, I'm surprised I'm able to read his name. Okay, specializing in Asian. This is the Twitter, I'm assuming. FN something, St. Clara, California. I think I read that right. 3 black teenagers were attacked by a homeless man in white, and witnesses called for help. When police arrived, they pointed their guns and arrested the kids who needed their help, terrifying them on brand exhaustion. I don't know anything about the story, but I imagine there was probably more to it than just what was said. The Media Blasters account also liked posts featuring anti-police messages such as one from Benjamin Young Savage, I don't know who that is, claiming that the only blue lives that matter are postal workers. Well, when was this out? When was this out? August 11th. Okay. I don't know when the postal service, I shouldn't say, I think it was a union for the postal service. I think it was a union. They actually pledged their support for Joe Biden. So I am not surprised that this person believes that only postal workers matter as far as being connected to the color blue, because if you haven't seen, there has been some mishaps with some very important documents. How am I going to roll this? With some documents that are important for November, and those documents happen to express an opinion that is opposite to that of the union. I think it's a union. Postal workers. Okay. There's that. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling that's, okay. There was also a post that they liked from this guy that promoted the domestic terrorist group known as BLM, while with open borders and feminism. I am this house, please be this house with me. Yeah. In this house we believe, well, of course, yes. What do you mean by no human is illegal? And as far as science is real, you will not definitely say what is a man or a woman when science has already said what a man and a woman is biologically. Not, yeah. Okay, let's see what these things are saying. My bad. It should have stricken every American that on the same day reached 5 million COVID cases. Trump held a press briefing from his own golf course to announce his plan to defund Social Security and Medicaid to the effing sound of applause. He didn't really do that. I mean, he didn't claim that he was, No, how was I going to word it? He's not defunding that. Not at all. It was also confirmed that this was Media Blaster's third Twitter account. The social media manager who runs the account and also happens to be a voice actress, casting director, that name, confirmed that the Media Blasters account linking and tweeting out social justice propaganda is legitimate. If you want to keep up to date on all the fun offerings that Media Blaster has beyond the horny that is Kitty Media, that's the off-brand thing, go follow Media Blasters 1. Yeah, one's for update on titles from Tokyo. Yeah. Okay. The account also claimed into response to a user who asked about how many Twitter accounts Media Blasters recently had. Wait, what? Has Media Blasters been banned several times and had to make new accounts? I don't know the history of that. Thus, further confirming that the tweets were coming from the official account. I feel like this is Media Blaster's third Twitter account now. I wonder what keeps happening. Well, either way, I'll follow once again. It actually is, but last time, I take care of all three now: Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Okay. Basically, this just goes to show that even distributors of hentai and grindhouse films don't know what grindhouse films are supposed to be. I've heard that word before. Films aren't safe from SJWs. Remember the rule of the 3 I's and how they operate: infiltration, inclusion, indoctrination. I don't think I read that word right, but I have a feeling I know what he means. This is how they took over the comic book industry. This is how they took over the gaming industry, the movie industry, and now they're attempting to do the same with anime and manga. The war is almost over at this point, and they will have won on nearly every front. A lot of it is due to the fact that centrists have convinced people not to fight back, and that if fans ignore them, they'll go away. Surely that did not happen. Yeah, they won't go away because they have embedded themselves within these companies that release all these. Yeah, they are embedded in these companies that distribute all these things that we like legally here in America. And if we don't stand up and say something, then they're not going to change. But at the same time, because of some of the things that I have seen them say before, like with interspecies reviews, I don't know if even all the fans who disagree, I don't know if even that would persuade them from changing. The only things I can really think of that might actually do something is if a large number of fans truly just stop giving them money, either it being through a streaming service like Funimation has. Yeah, either it being a streaming service like what Funimation has, or or and I guess the obvious thing would be to not buy any of the homely leases at the same time. A petition would be cool, but like I said, I don't think a mass outcry would do anything. I think there needs to be something needs to something needs to something needs to wound the financial standing of the company. Those who have stake, those who have stake within those companies, they need to see that actions are bringing down the amount of money, bringing it down, and I want to say I don't think anything would change truly until those people actually see until those people actually see their investment going down the drain. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that that would make it better, at least for right now. There might be other things. There might be some other simple things, like maybe we actually get somebody in there who isn't one of these crazy people. That's that's a simple thing, but the likelihood of that happening, I don't think is high. A lot of these, I shouldn't say a lot. I know Funimation and Sentai Filmworks, both of them are stationed or headquartered in Texas, and Texas is very Republican. Or yeah, I think Texas is still very conservative, very Republican. But I remember hearing a few years ago that Texas is slowly starting to turn purple. Starting to turn purple. I think a few years ago, people were really worried that Ted Cruz wouldn't get elected again. He wouldn't win again. So yeah, and then I think Viz Media, they do some dubbing of their own. I think they're somewhere in California. So yeah, California is full of the crazy people. So it'd be hard to get those people out of California. But at least with I don't know where Media Blasters is. I think at one point I knew. I don't think they're in Texas. Yeah, I don't think Media Blasters is in Texas. But I don't remember where Media Blasters is. So I can't say how it is. Oh, but one other thing I just thought of. It was I think the first example that I had seen of it was from oddly enough a Media Blasters dub of Rio Rainbow Gate, and a lot of the voice actors were from many different places. And what I am trying to get at is that even before all this stuff happening, where we are staying away from each other, there were people coming in. There were people participating from other areas in these companies. So there is a chance that possibly even if they're not in a conservative area, or at least an area with, I guess, not crazy people, that maybe somebody from outside of the area will come in even if it's remotely. Even if it's remotely, but there's a possibility that somebody remotely might make their way into the company and make things better. So I guess there might be a little bit more hope there than what I thought, as far as how these companies might get better. But as far as the actions, there might be a little bit more hope as far as how these companies may naturally get themselves out of where they are. But at the same time, I don't know if, like I said before, I don't know if there's anything that us fans can do that would make it better. But well, yeah. So tell me what you think. Do any of you think that there's anything that we as fans can do to make it better? Like I said, the only thing that I think we can truly do is not give them any money. But yeah, is not give them any money. That's the only, yeah. Okay, I gotta quit talking or else I'm gonna keep going in circles. So I didn't plug it this time, but come to the AU79 News and Politics page on Facebook. Give me some comments. Well, give me some comments. Give me some news stories to look at that you guys are interested in. I only go to a few places to find things to talk about. I don't think I'm very good at finding news stories that I find interesting. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find those. Also, tell me stuff, chat, all that. But enough with that plug. So, if you liked the video, then give it a like. If you didn't like the video, then of course give it a dislike. And with that, I hope you subscribe, follow the Facebook page, and I bid you adieu.